Hey guys, what's up? My name's Kayla from PlanningWithKay, and welcome to another video. I am so happy to finally be back today with my June bullet journal plan with me. If you don't keep up with my other social medias, the reason that this video is coming out so late is because I actually fractured my elbow earlier this month. But don't worry, I'm here, I'm ready, and today I'm going to be setting up my June bullet journal spreads with my new Firefly monthly sticker collection, including this 3-sheet monthly kit, the Jars and Fireflies colored decorative sheet, the empty mason jars black and white decorative sheet, and of course the matching functional add-on. All of these stickers are available in my Etsy shop, which will be linked down in the description below. Both the physical and digital versions are available for purchase. And of course, every physical order from my shop comes with this freebie sheet, which I'm also going to be using in this setup today. I also quickly wanted to mention that you can support me over on Patreon, where I send out all of the monthly sticker collections automatically every month. And you can also get a hold of these monthly calendar downloads just as one of the additional perks on there. So the link to my shop and my Patreon will be down in the description below. And with that, guys, let's jump right in and start setting up my June bullet journal spreads. So I want to thank all of you who suggested this Firefly theme in the comments of my last Plan With Me video. You guys know that I always choose my theme based on your suggestions, so be sure to leave your suggestions for next month's theme in the comments down below. And if I choose your theme, then your comment will be featured just like these ones are right here. So I'm starting off my June setup with a little cover spread. I don't always do cover pages or cover spreads, but I did last month and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I would sort of elaborate on that this month with a full-blown spread with the title here saying June 2019. And then I'm going to have a quote over on the left-hand side. I also decided, thanks to some help from my patrons, to do a sort of typewriter-inspired font. I've been using the same fonts for a long time now, and I generally don't mix it up, so I feel like switching up the fonts here this month really refreshed me, and as you'll see later on, I really love how these spreads turn out with all of this new font playing around. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really stoked on how it all turned out. So I'm creating this sort of framed little scene here on the right side with 3 jars at the bottom, and then I have my June title using this light green Crayola Supertip that I'm going to be using throughout the whole rest of the setup, along with my white gel pen over the black marker. I just thought this was a really cool sort of glowing effect that went really well with this June cover page. So now on the left, I'm just going to finish off this spread with a little quote from Maya Angelou that says, "Nothing dims the light that shines from within," which I thought fit with this Firefly theme really well for this month. Moving right along to my monthly calendar page, I'm starting off with my June header at the top using one of these large headers from the monthly sticker kit. And I'm just going over top of it in that sort of typewriter-inspired font again, first in black. And I'm then outlining that with the white gel pen, which again just creates this very cool sort of illuminated effect that really stands out on that header. So now for my calendar here, I'm going to be doing the sort of floating box style calendar, where each day gets a square that is 6 spaces tall and 4 spaces wide. I'm also going to be separating the top row of each day's box here, and that's going to be a space for me to write in the dates. So for my colors here, I'm using this light green and light blue Crayola Supertip, and I'm alternating the colors on this calendar, then going in to write the weekly headers at the top with the black Tombow Fudenosuke. After that, I'm just going to fill in the dates and, of course, add some drop shadows, and that is really it for my calendar this month. So I wanted to mix things up here as well and include my habit tracker on my main monthly spread. Last month, I found it a little bit difficult to keep up with my habit tracker, so I thought that simplifying it, cutting it down, and sticking it right here on my monthly spread would make it a lot easier for me to keep up with it and not forget about my habits. So I'm creating the title with that same font style that I was talking about, some grass underneath, and here is where I'm going to actually have my habit tracker. So I'm creating a box that is 30 days down, and then I have a column for each one of my habits with a little icon at the top. And I also used a vertical number strip from the matching functional add-on sheet, which is this nice light blue color that matches that marker pretty perfectly. After laying in some extra little sticker decoration down the side, that is all done with my monthly overview and habit tracker spread. After that, I'm going to create my daily review spread for the month of June, which is a spot for me to record my mood each day, as well as jot down a little summary of what happened each day. I really wanted to mix this up since I do love including a daily review spread every month, but I usually use the same format. So this month I decided to use these little empty black and white jars as a spot to color in for my mood each day. And then next to each jar is where I'm going to jot down my daily summary. So I laid 30 jars on the page here, as you can see, and I'm labeling each one 1 through 30. And I'm then going to create a little color code at the top showing my little mood colors, so that way I can fill in these jars throughout the month. This next spread that I'm setting up is going to include my gratitude log and my finance tracker for June. I included a gratitude log last month sort of randomly, and it ended up being one of my favorite spreads. Like I mentioned earlier, this month was a little bit rough for me. I fell off my bike and broke my elbow, which put me massively behind with work. I'm a one-woman operation over here, so when I break my arm, there's no one to really fill in for me. So having a gratitude log was actually a huge mood lifter, especially when I was in pain and not really having a great day. Going into this gratitude log and just writing in some things I was grateful for was honestly really, therapeutic, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm including that again this month. Now onto my finance tracker. I'm keeping it real simple this month, and all I'm keeping track of is my income and my savings every single week. So you can see I'm using those same fun typewriter fonts on the left for each week's header. I'm just going to separate those sections then and stick in some little jar stickers as decoration. And finally, I'm just going to write in the little titles for income and savings, so that way I have a space to write down each of those numbers every single week. Alright, moving right along in my monthly setup, I'm setting up a brain dump for the month of June, which is essentially just a spot for me to record any notes, ideas, thoughts, etc. regarding the different important categories in my life. So this month I'm separating this into Etsy, Patreon, and other, and I'm using that same font that I've been using throughout this whole setup. I really love that font. I think it's just because I've been using the same boring cursive and print fonts for the last year or something like that. Seeing something a little different in my journal has me really excited. It's the little things, guys. I swear, I get too excited about stuff like this. So this is a really simple spread. I'm just adding some jars and fireflies and grass at the bottom for decoration. And I also stuck in those little flags from the monthly kit to create those different categories for my brain dump. Now on the right side, I'm really quickly using this June calendar printable. This is available for $1 a month on my Patreon, and I'm sticking that in on the right side as a spot to keep track of my live stream schedule for June. Don't forget that I release loads of different printables and such over on my Patreon along with all the other rewards, so if you are interested, be sure to check out the link to my Patreon down in the description. Alright guys, so we're on the last spread for this setup. I'm so excited. This is the weekly log for the first full week of June. So you can see I'm kind of following the same exact pattern I've been doing for this whole setup for the title at the bottom there. And I'm then creating a spot for my task list on the right side. I just used a checkbox sticker and a task list sticker from the freebie, along with some jars, grass, and fireflies. So I'm creating some vertical daily sections here. Each one is 8 spaces wide, and this is going to be for my 7 days of the week, with the final section being cut in half for Saturday and Sunday. I'm then going to use these headers again from that freebie sheet that comes with every single physical order from my shop for the weekly headers on this spread. Now all that's left to do is a little bit of quote decoration, and you know I couldn't get through this video without including a quote from the iconic Firefly song by Owl City. You know the one, and if you don't think you know the one, you're lying to yourself, because I promise you do. But so I did the first line, which is, "You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep." And I would totally play the song right now if it wasn't copyrighted, but I'm just making that quote at the top. And with that, we are completely done with this June Firefly bullet journal setup. I am seriously in love with how all of these spreads turned out. The color scheme, the theme itself, the changes I made in the setup. I'm just so excited for June to start now. And don't forget that if you guys want to create a bullet journal setup in your own journal with this same theme, that all of these stickers are available in my Etsy shop. Also keep in mind that today is the last day that you can sign up for my Patreon and receive this entire collection in the mail. It will be shipping out in the next couple days for patrons. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out the link to my Patreon down below. And otherwise, all of these stickers will be listed in my Etsy shop, which will also be linked down below. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like, and don't forget to let me know what theme you want to see next month in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already at PlanningWithKay, and don't forget, the link to my shop, my Patreon, and all other social medias is down in the description below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!